Yeah, hello and welcome to this Banter Blitz show. I hope this is all working all right, guys. Please give me a brief note there in the chat to confirm that this is working. Because this is the first time I do stream on livestream.com, which is
Banter Blitz show.
Always nice. I should really kill the sound here, right? Okay, I shouldn't watch my own stream, right? Okay, so I'm going to play you. And I'm not going to crush all of you like Jan usually does, but I'll try my best. So let's see. I'm going to kick off here with the first game. Playing Devil 70. Okay. Let's go with my usual d4 kind of stuff. Okay, we got a Dutch defense. Okay, bishop g5. Yeah, and g5 now is a crazy line. e4 is especially crazy, but not so much for crazy. Let's play normal stuff. Oh, queen h5. Isn't that an annoying move? Well, he has to move the king, right? So I think I'm going to flick that in, even though I will lose some time there for knight f6. But the king looks so weird on f8, so I'm going to invest that time. Yeah, hello to all of you in the chat again. Stuff works. That's cool. Okay. So, yeah, Devil 70. Knight f6, right? That looks like the most normal move here. Why not? Or does he try to trap my queen? That would be a very nasty idea. Don't trap my queen, please. Okay, he's not kicking it out right away. Okay, I'll play something. It's a bit caveman style, but we never know. You never know. Queen f7 checkmate. On a very good day, that might work. Okay, queen to e8. This was the second idea. I wanted to get the queen back to e2 and don't have my bishop obstructed on f1. Okay, so knight d2, I guess. That knight e4 is not coming. I like my position here, but black is also not in bad shape. I think he can play maybe knight c6 and e5 to get this big center. That's what I would do, I guess. Even though I would feel bad for that king on f8. Never want a king on f8 early on. Okay, he's doing this pretty aggressive play. Yeah, I think I'm going to take f4 is the problem here. It traps my bishop, so something I have to address. Not sure exactly what to do. f3 looks a bit lame, but maybe I have to. I need some square for that piece. Yeah, I only play premium members. That's part of the deal there, so... Yeah, f4 now. I don't think that's too great, but I think he can develop normally. Okay, I'm going to castle long and see what happens here. Black is not that bad, in bad shape. Bishop e6 now is a good move, for example. Yep, that's a good move. Yeah, I'm going to withdraw that to get e4 in. Someone has picture lags. Someone says picture lags behind the sound. Das Gärtchen. Well, I don't know. Is anybody else experiencing this problem? It's always difficult to say with those streaming sessions. Yeah, what end it is. Yeah, if it is my end, your end, server. Many possibilities what can go wrong. Okay, black went f4. This is something that I didn't mind seeing. Now this bishop on g7 looks weird. Okay, others say it's okay. Okay. Yeah, so I like my position. Also, I'm 1 minute something up on the clock. That's good. The big issue is that this bishop on g7 here, that's a bad piece. And he currently, and he has not castled. Still, king f7 probably is a good move to get rooks connected. It takes a while here. Okay, I think I'm not sure. That's a bit meek, huh? But I think I still do it. Let's get this stuff traded. I wanted to allow my development to speed up. Knight e2. Maybe knight e2 and maybe b4. Prevent any b4. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I don't want to see bishop c5 happen so early. Yeah, okay, here can take a knight a3, yeah, and this I think should lose a pawn. b5 is up for the taking, and I'll take it. Well, I'll take that pawn. He still does not have a quick way of harassing me here. Maybe bishop d6, knight b5, rook a8, yeah, trying to get in rook a1 check. But it doesn't look so dangerous. Yeah, please challenge me. I want to emphasize that. You can challenge me if you are a premium member. And it can be 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Yeah, I prefer 5 if you don't mind, because it's just a bit more relaxing for the commentary. But I can also do 3 minutes if you want a quicker game. That's cool. Whoa, knight a5. What a move. Yeah, I still take the pawn. I'm just too far of a simpleton to not do it. Okay, and now, do I grab c7 as well? Yeah. Yep, I'll grab it. The question is now knight b5 or knight d5. Maybe knight d5, yeah, that's a good square. Rook a8, yeah, I still have knight c1 as means to cover that. So I don't think that this is that dangerous, which could be famous last words, but I don't think it is in this case. Looks fairly okay. His knight on d7 and bishop on d6, they are not really playing, and this is the problem here. He's basically playing with 2 pieces down. g4. Now, how to untangle this though? If I move my knight on c1, he has got rook a2 check. This is not really nice. Okay, I can go king b3. Well, ask that knight where it wants to go. Yeah, it goes back and I can take it, right? Yeah, that's probably the end for Devil 70. Okay, so let's see, what other challenges do I have? I don't have a particular order here. I just accept randomly. So GB 2284 is the opponent. What is he going to do? D4. Yeah, okay. Let me see what I can do here. Maybe I go for a King's Indian. Oh, F3. That's an interesting line. But okay, I wanted to play the King's Indian anyway, so there's no particular reason to now do anything fancy. Yeah, this is a provocative line. Knight c6. Trying to, yeah, lure white forward. If d5, there's knight d4. But he doesn't care. He simply doesn't care about what I'm doing. Just covers d4. So what now? I can take on d4. I don't think that I have much in terms of trickery here anymore. I wanted to get to d4 here. Doesn't seem to work. So play normal stuff. Let's see, how aggressive is he going to play? Wow, very aggressive stuff. Long castles. Okay. Yeah, I think I need counterplay here, right? So I think I'm taking and maybe shoot for some b5. It's a 5-minute game. I have to keep that in mind. Okay, g4. Yeah, very aggressive, this guy. Very aggressive. Yeah, is b5 a move or is that rubbish? Yeah, I want to open lines, so I'm going to play that. I have my doubts, but it's not the kind of position where you want to just play slow moves, want to try to get something going yourself. And at least there are a couple of files open now. Yeah, I think white shouldn't be afraid here or anything, but he still has to take some care. His king will never be completely safe here on the queen side. Yeah, okay, and again, all of you in the chat, I also like to chat a little bit with you. If you have questions related to chess or anything else that you feel I might be qualified to answer, yeah, then give it a go. That's a question by Trojanischer Springer. Have you ever been accused of cheating in online chess, and what would be your response? Yeah, I have been accused of doing that. In fact, it was it happened more than once, and I always found it rather rather funny. I only had, I think, one video in my YouTube channel where someone accused me of cheating, which was a very strange idea, because everything that I had done was fairly normal and not very complicated. Yeah, I mean, if they check the game with the computer, they'll probably find that many moves don't match. I usually simply don't react to those accusations because I think it's very clear from my games, also in the channel that I have, that I'm never using a computer. If you look at how many horrendous blunders I'm making, it's really pretty clear. Yeah, I think one issue nowadays is that people rather often think there's cheating, and it is not that common actually. I think I once spoke to people who deal with that, yeah, for a popular chess server, and they said that more than 90% of the accusations are totally wrong. And yeah, it's just if you lose games, it's mostly due to your own faults, own mistakes, and not due to some people cheating. Okay, my opponent here is playing this very well. I think I'm a pawn down. Yeah, I sacrificed a pawn, but he's really doing a good job here in keeping everything nice and tidy. White is defending very well. There's a question. What do I think about the Grobsangriff? Grobsangriff, yeah, 1g4. Yeah, it's a really bad opening, and one of those that you shouldn't touch at all. The bad thing about the Grob is that it is strategically dubious with this many squares that you weaken. It doesn't do much or anything for your development, and it has one big drawback compared to some other offbeat lines. Let's say like b4, the orangutan. That is, it also weakens your king a lot. This is a big issue. Some openings like 1b3, 1b4, 1 knight c3 that are kind of offbeat. Some of those, they are actually quite playable, and they offer good surprise value. But at least the good thing is with them, you don't have your king weakened, and Grob's attack has your own king like in big trouble. Yeah, and this is not a good idea at all. Okay, so my opponent now allows me to take on c3, take on a2. Yeah, I probably should do that. I'm not enthusiastic about it, but I have to. Getting a pawn back. And there's a question, what the best resource is for a repertoire for white in the mainline Rui? Wow, I don't know if there's a good book around. I can recommend something though. It's a video series here on Chess24 by Grandmaster Niklas Huschenbeet. This is a really good video series. It's called, I'm not quite sure what the English title is. In German it's like Professional Repertoire for White Against the Ruy Lopez. So this is something to check out. So Chess24 is a good resource there. I'm not really aware of books. I mean, there are books, but they are outdated. There's the Opening for White according to Arnand, but this is like 10 years old. So I'm not sure if this is a good resource anymore. Okay, so here I can give a couple of checks, but I don't know if it helps much. I want to keep a little bit more tension here. Maybe get the king to e7, protect the pawns. It's an equal ending, but the issue is that he's got no time on the clock. Not a lot, at least. Okay, so I'm going to go on attack the b3 pawn, and maybe can I do something there? No. Very difficult to get some headway here. Rook d5. Maybe this. If he goes rook b2, I can take place c4, and now switch over to this one. Okay, is there anything? Maybe g5. Wow, he wants to attack me here, rook a6 and stuff. Okay, I'm going to do this. Oh, there's a question. How come that my English is so fluent? Yeah, thanks. I still like to improve, but I'm happy that you feel it's understandable. I think I have same background as Jan Gustafsson has, watching too many movies, too many TV series, reading too many books. Maybe it's kind of comparable, I guess. You learn languages best by speaking and listening. And well, nowadays I also do a lot of chess teaching, so it's daily business for me. What to do here? It's a tough ending. Maybe I can still get to the b3 pawn. He's defending this well. Yeah, I probably have to win on time, which I will do. I will really do that. Okay, rook a1 now coming. This looks like a win now. Yeah, tough game, really tough game. Very well played by GB2284. Very good defense, I think. Okay, Shahriar Mamedyarov. That's not the real one, right? Okay, but I'm playing Vankal here. So yeah, I think that's probably a difference. Jan doesn't read books. I read lots of books. Let's go, Mr. Vankal. d4 is my weapon of choice. What is yours? What are you going to do? It's a 3-minute game. I have to be observant there that I'm not talking away and then lose on time. I shouldn't do that at all. What openings do I expect from Carlsen against Karjakin? It's tough to say. I mean, Carlsen can basically play anything for a while. I'm thinking that he should probably play more d4, c4, knight f3 stuff than 1 e4. And maybe this is also what will happen in the match. I don't know. It's hard to say. We saw many 1 c4s in the candidates tournament, and there's a reason for that. Okay, I'm trying to play a bit more aggressively here with long castles and see if I can get g4 in. After h6 is played, g4 becomes more interesting here in the Queen's Gambit declined exchange. What kind of books do I like to read? Yeah, currently it's really most chess books, but I read lots of fiction, mostly, yeah, mystery, detective novels, or how's it called? Police procedurals or something like that. Yeah, lots of these things. Like what I liked, for example, is Ian Rankin, or what was the other guy name? Peter Robinson. There are many good authors there. Okay, so I'm going to try to checkmate this guy here, Mr. Wankal. And my usual success rate in this opening with this approach is 0. So we'll see what happens. C5. This is going to be tricky now. I think I'll probably take here, right? I have this check and take on d5. And I can take on d5 now, or bishop b5. I think I'll go with the check. King h8, there's knight f7 mate. So, and here I can take with the rook also. Maybe take with the rook here. That looks good actually. It's still a very messy position. What is he going to do? Queen to e7 maybe? No. 2b6. How do I checkmate black here? It really looks like a position where I should go for checkmate. This maybe for rook to d6. That looks kind of good. g6 I probably always can sacrifice. Okay, I'll take with the pawn and I have rook d6 coming. Yeah, most people in the chat agree that it's difficult to predict any openings for the Carlsen-Karjakin match. One thing is clear, that this will be on Karjakin's part. He will really put in a huge effort. The whole Russian Chess Federation will be behind this effort. And this is a pretty big thing. I mean, they will really do anything to get the title back to Russia. Well, it's been a couple of years. Kramnik lost the title in 2007. Okay, good game here by Wankal. Defended well first, but then the attack got very strong somehow. Okay, who am I going to play? Sterz 17 or Sturz? Maybe Sterz. I don't know. We're going to see what happens here. What can I do? I can go e4, make it a little bit more interesting, because this is not my usual opening. Okay, what is Mr. Sturz going to do? Okay, I'm not going to play something crazy here. If I play e4, it should... Oh, he plays the Latvian. Okay, this is not a good opening, and I really hope that I remember how to refute it. Okay, knight f6. Okay, I'll take it. And queen to e7. Okay, I probably have to go queen e2 here. And go back. So this is basically the same thing as a Petrov defense, just the f7 pawn is missing. I'm happy. I'm happy. A pawn is a pawn is a pawn. So do I take there? Or probably bishop g5. Yeah, just develop and see what he's doing. Long castles maybe. Black has fairly active pieces, but I don't believe it should compensate for a full pawn. So, yeah, I probably should take that and catch up in development. Yeah, this is a 5-minute game, so I can be a little bit more relaxed here. Knight b4 is irritating, but I have knight a3. Yeah, not too many Berlin defenses, please. I agree that would be good for that match. I mean, Karjakin used to play the Najdorf exclusively, so It's not that he cannot play anything sharp. This is not the case. Yeah, my position here doesn't look very active. I have to be perfectly honest there. Black has some kind of compensation here. Maybe still not enough, but oh, we've got a question here, a chess improvement question. What's the my recommendation for a 20-year-old with 1900 2000 rating wanting to improve? Yeah, well, if you are 20 and are on roughly 2000, you still have all the possibilities, yeah? And it depends a little bit on your individual skill set. I think my usual motto for chess training is you should make sure that you don't have a totally obvious big weakness, and you should get rid of those. Yeah, those big weaknesses. If you have one of those, it can be whatever. It can be the ending, the opening, calculation, whatever. Yeah, you should just try to get rid of the most glaring weakness so that it is not a big problem anymore, and then try to work on your strength. And this can be also very different from player to player. It can be, what do I do in this game here, by the way? It can also be opening related. I'm not really one of those people who think, okay, you shouldn't do any opening study unless you're a grandmaster. I'm kind of under pressure here. I don't like this position. Yeah, so my recommendation is try to find out what your biggest weakness is, get rid of that, and then concentrate on your strength. Try to get the positions that you actually like and play well. A big issue for many players is that they don't have a good grasp of what they're good at and what they're not good at. Yeah, most commonly people want to play like Tal but cannot calculate a two-mover, and this is not working. So just play what you are good at. I don't dislike the Berlin as an opening. It's a good opening, but it's not awfully exciting to watch sometimes. And I also don't mind if they play it from time to time. It's just that they play it so often. It's like every other game is a Berlin defense. Okay, I really don't like my position here. How do I get my pieces untangled here? Mr. Sterz is playing this rather well here. Active good chess. Yeah, this one, he maybe has g4, but I thought knight h4 might be a good reply. It looks totally unharmonious though. I need knight bd2 badly and knight f1 to consolidate. Good thing is I'm up on the clock. It's always fine. I should be a bit quicker here about it. One thing that Black could try is to improve his worst piece. I don't think he has to do something real quickly. He just has a nice strategic compensation. Here knight e7, knight g6 could be an idea. Maybe get the knight to f4. Yeah, this is not a bad idea. Yeah, improve your worst piece. Marko Gonov's rule: if you have a bad piece, search for your worst piece and try to improve it. If it's if you don't see anything better, then this is often a good approach. Okay, went bishop g6. That I'm not quite sure about. Okay, that was the idea. Okay, that's a good idea. Getting the knight over to f4. Yep, if he goes knight f4, I probably have to take it. Ah, now he gets this improved, as I suggested earlier. I think it's a good idea. Yep, okay, I'll have to go back here. And now g4 is a threat, I believe. Okay, he addressed that. I don't like to take, but he will win the bishop pair here anyway, so I have to take. And now bishop d3. Untangling my position and possibly going knight e5 next. So this is not super exciting or attractive, but I'm kind of getting out of this slightly uncomfortable position, I think. Let's go rook e1. The one thing that my position has going for is that it is completely it doesn't have any direct weaknesses, which I just changed. I just weakened f4. But anyway, I still think I'm quite comfortable here. Okay, so knight to h4 maybe coming. Yeah, okay. And the king over. It's still some work to convert this to a full point. Okay, maybe knight over e3 to f5. I cannot. Oh no, it can. Oh, I can go to f5. Grab another pawn. Okay, that's 2 pawns now. Oh, I can go h5 here also. Yeah, I'll win this on time. Yeah, he played that really well. I think the opening is really very questionable. The Latvian gambit is a very questionable opening. But he defended very well after that. Okay, let's go for a new game. Andrei Gazzola. Yeah, okay. Someone's, yeah, ENS in the chat. I should study the Berlin. My rating will shoot through the roof. I don't know. It is a very specific opening, and you have to be the right kind of player for playing this, especially this ending. It's not for everybody. I have played this a bit in tournament chess a couple of years ago, but ultimately decided to stop it because I couldn't stand the idea of defending this ending every game. Okay, instead I played this, which is also not very exciting, but it's something that I really know well, so I can play like a million moves there very quickly. Black's idea is a very funny regrouping, this one. It actually does make some sense, even though it doesn't look like it. I want a knight on g7 and the other knight on f7. Well, that looks nice. Yeah, now white is usually going back, and we go from there. Okay, maybe go into the corner. Queen side is closed at the moment. Quite often white tries some a4 business to open up the queen side, but not in this game. Yeah, playing the Berlin means falling asleep. Well, maybe it's not that bad, I think, but it is. It's a bit. Yeah. It doesn't have a huge variety of position types. Let's say there are some certainly openings that are a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more versatile or a little bit more colorful. Yes, it's the usual Banter Blitz rule that only premium members will be accepted. Okay, I played a5 here, trying to get something going. If I go b4, everything is closed. I don't know. We can do that. I mean, it's not totally off. And here I can try to get in f5. Okay, so we have a funny position after 24 moves. We have a position where somehow everything, absolutely all pieces are still on the board. Can I go f5 here? I think I will, just to make something happen. Yeah, I really hate dipping below 2,300 on the ICC. I really do. I always feel like something is wrong then. Okay, you can see the ratings. That's true. That's true. I should probably just mention them. Then my rating is 2000. My rating is 2629, and my opponent's rating in this case 2083. This is a test stream. Good that you mentioned this. We will want to fix that so that you can see the ratings. Yeah, the 3F3 line against the Grünfeld is very okay. It's currently very popular, I think. The stream here, the Banter Blitz, is planned for 90 minutes roughly. Okay, I got this traded, and the position is nothing spectacular or great for me, but I have a huge time advantage, which is nice to have. How to do this here? My baby bishop here probably for e4. Okay, he probably wants to play queen g4. He's playing this well here, Mr. Gazzola. Very well. Yeah, have to trade. Okay, this I'm not sure about. If he wants to, h4 is maybe questionable. Puts the pawn on a dark square. I think probably still roughly equal. The issue is that he has spent ages, absolutely ages here, and will lose on time. Yeah, a good game by Gazzola. Yeah, keeping a good position all throughout, but he just took too long. This is the thing in 3-minute chess. You just have to fire. Yeah, it's 3-minute chess is a lot more. Oops, come on. I couldn't click there. Is a lot more about speed. Yeah. It's more like a bullet game than a blitz game. Alexander Nord, he's 1600 rated, so I'll pick Ari, but it's like a mixed bag. Okay, we have an Italian game, and there are many questions. I'm happy about this. It's just difficult to answer them all. It's kind of scrolling all the way, and I don't want to totally neglect the games. It's tough to play. Okay, my opponent has not castled here, so I'm going to. Sorry, he has castled and played h3. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to try to open up the g file. Yeah, this is a really serious idea. Okay, so I think I'll go g4, and I want to establish that pin if possible. Takes, bishop takes. It's an awkward pin. Okay, there's a question if I know or feel that there is some conflict between Aronian and Nakamura. I'm not aware of that. I'm probably not an expert. I mean, I don't know those players, of course, personally. Okay, this looks very dangerous here. Like knight g4 and queen to h4. Or how to do that best? Yeah, I think knight g4 should be good. He's got queen f3 though. This is still a good defense. Maybe I can still play queen h4. Okay, now I can, definitely. I don't know. There's a question by Ibrahim Shaloup, if I ever get tired of chess. I don't know if I should say fortunately not or unfortunately not. I have no idea. It's really terrible. I kind of do it all the time. I watch games, play games. It's kind of weird. And this is checkmate, Alexander. We don't know. Alexander or Alexander could be German as well. Yeah, you shouldn't. What you shouldn't do is in the opening. You shouldn't castle and play h3. If I have not castled, then this g4, g5, g4 business gets very, very dangerous. It's a good rule of thumb. Okay, so let's see if we get this, can accept this challenge. Michael Frey, probably. Michael Frey could also be, but probably is German. And let's see what he's going to do. He's got a high rating here, 2-3-44. And I'll play my usual e5. And let's see what he can do. Probably get an Italian game again. Okay. Yeah, it's a good setup for black. And maybe we get the same story. Yeah? If he goes h3, I'm going to go g5 and try to... Yes, here we go. This is dangerous. It definitely is dangerous. Hey, that's a cool question by GB2284. If I recommend my own book on the Nimzo and Bogo Indian for black. Well, if I don't recommend my own book, what kind of book is that supposed to be? Yeah, I actually do recommend my book. I think it's good. Perfectly. I mean, what is it? Modesty is a good virtue, anything or something like that. But I really think it's a good book. I can really recommend it. Okay, I try to open up the position. I think it's a good mixed bag. I have some more strategic lines, some sharper lines. It should be possible for most people to pick something interesting. Okay, bishop e3. This is a good defense. Trying to trade off the a7 bishop. Okay, but this is still very dangerous, yeah. Whoa, really? That's going to be checkmate. How do you defend against this? I thought f3 is necessary. Yeah, so it is a dangerous option, g5. I don't speak Spanish, no. Unfortunately, not only English and German. No, it's not too late to challenge me, but the guy asking the question on the stoop, he's not a premium member, so only the premium members can challenge me. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Yeah, g2 is not defendable anymore. And g3, there's queen h4, and this is mate next move. That looks bad. This looks bad. Yeah. Yeah, there's a hint basically in the chat by Aero Pagita XCI. Oh wow, that's a difficult username. Suggesting that I should write a book on the Marco Gonov King's Indian. Yeah, it's a good project, yeah. This is the h3 line against the King's Indian. I'm thinking about it. I seriously do. Okay, bishop a7. So I think taking this cannot be bad. And now queen h4 should be end of game. I don't see a defense against that. Queen h1 mate. Yeah. Yeah, this is a typical mistake, that h3 move. This is just the wrong move. If you have castled and the other guy has not castled yet, then it's a good idea to delay this h3 move until black has castled. Okay, new game. Let's see. Like this guy. Yeah, this is a premium member. I really have to click correctly. That's cool. Can I do a ratatatata like Spanish Pepe Cuenca can do? I cannot. I cannot, I think. Okay, I'm playing Levy. And I play the London. Yeah, I know this is kind of boring, but it's not that bad. There's a question by Alberto Portillo. If I get angry when I lose in online chess? Yes, I sometimes really get a little bit frustrated, yeah, if I spoil good positions. It's I think, I mean, if it is within reason, I think it's good to be a little bit angry. If you don't care, it's also bad. It should be, as I said, within reason. It doesn't help, yeah, if you kind of destroy your mouse or your desk or whatever. That's not a good idea. But it makes sense to care about your result, I think. It helps to improve. Okay, so queen b3 here is good. And queen b6 now is very often the standard response. No. Okay, here I can take d5, right? Is there a drawback? I don't see it. I'm going to try to take this. Maybe he has some counterplay. Yeah, we'll see. And it looks like a pawn, right? I just won a pawn. I don't see a big counterplay. If he takes twice, like knight d5, knight d5, cd5, queen d5, e6, I still have the check there on b5. So I'll grab this. Okay, let's grab stuff. The sensitive thing is this check, yeah? Check on a5, or, okay, a5 is covered, but b4. A check here would be really ugly. Okay, so bishop b5 maybe, but knight c6. Maybe still, huh? Can still do that. Knight c6, queen c5 maybe. Ah, it's going there. I should have thought about that move. I really should have done that. My queen is not in a good spot now. I can still play queen c5. I mean, the knight is pinned after all. So maybe do that. It kind of feels wrong. It feels a bit wrong, but we do many things for winning a pawn in chess. Let's see if we can consolidate here. Yeah, okay, now I'm threatening knight e5, so he has to do something about that. No, f6. Maybe even castle's long. This is crazy, right? Probably rook d1. I don't want to put the king on the c file. That looks wrong. f6 is an interesting move. If he gets to go e5 and basically, yeah, if I have to move my bishop to g3, that wouldn't be nice. But first of all, he has to react there. And I don't know how exactly. Bishop c6 maybe. Yeah. Bishop e6, there's knight d4. That won't work. So bishop c6 looks like the move. I don't think it's so bad if he goes bishop c6. I have to take, and then this is, I mean, yeah. I probably have to play before then, keep my pawn. I also got a question here. What country do I live in? Yeah, I live in Germany. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not streaming this from the Hamburg studio of Chess24, but from my home office. So I'm glad that it's working fine. Okay, e5. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Now my bishop looks extremely stupid on g3. But currently his knight and bishop are also not great. So I don't think this is a big deal. Rook b8 is a problem though. Rook b8 would have been an issue. As I didn't have rook b1, the c5 was hanging. This was his chance, I think, in the game here. Levy. Yeah, rook a1 now is a good move. If he moves the rook away, then rook a8 wins, and the capture is also not helping him. Knight b8 wasn't a good idea. He wanted to go to a6, but he doesn't get there, I believe. Okay. So let's get the knight over to some better squares. No, I don't live in Duisburg anymore. I did so for more than 20 years, but I moved back to my hometown of Dienstlaken, a small town near Duisburg. Yeah, knight on c4 now looks a lot better than on f3. He's hanging on. He's hanging on, but how to do that? Knight a5 also comes into consideration. I don't know. Taking looks wrong. I can do rook d1. And maybe this one. Tough. Okay, now I can actually take there and trade everything. I don't know. That doesn't look so great, actually. Okay, I think this is probably right. And now I have to consider what to do. My back rank is actually weak. That's not so great. So probably this and f3 next. The idea is to have bishop e1 also ready. Bishop c5, I have the check on d8. Okay, what about this? Knight here, right? Let's get him away from a4 and then try to invade. Oh, he's giving the exchange. Okay. Yeah, let's cover that pawn. And yeah, the time's running out. Yeah, a good defense here by Levy. He had a bad position out of the opening, but defended very well. This is often the problem. You have a bad position. It takes time. It takes time to to get the position coordinated, right? Okay, next game, and I go for g4. Playing, I think this is women grandmaster Christina Feusel, right? Yep, from Romania. Okay, she's got g6 here, and we probably get a King's Indian type of position. We'll see. Or is she trying to do something within the modern defense? Yeah, maybe. Depends a bit what black is doing the next couple of moves. f6, oh wow. Yeah, I feel tempted to push h4 in this case. That looks like good space. I always want to have space. Bishop d2 maybe. Would love to get g4 in to get that total bind there. It's not so easy. If I move my knight, she's probably going to play f5. Maybe I can do it like that. Yeah, now I can go g4. This is very nice now. Keeping the king side closed. It's a 3-minute game. This is an important thing to consider. Yeah, now I have to rearrange my position a little bit. long term a3 b4 will hit. Yeah, have to be quick here. c6, yeah, maybe takes. What I don't want is c takes, and b5 to happen. Maybe she's just trying to close it down entirely. Yeah, but okay, it's still a very problematic position for black. Got the bishop to a4 already, so I'm ready to trade this. In case of bishop d7, so that knight f5 is hitting. Yeah, this is a King's Indian dream position. Like right out of Tigran Petrosian's nightmare games. Rook h to b1, b4 coming. That doesn't look good. I have a very clear plan. Bishop b5 and then b4. As long as she keeps the queen on b6. This is the best possible kind of King's Indian that you can get. Now I'm threatening b4. There are various pins in play. Okay, b4, ab, rook a1. Yeah, still, huh? Okay, so what to do here? Probably take here, right? Want to open this up. Knight takes, there's also knight a4. Can also play rook a8. That also makes sense. Get the rook active. So, what now? A couple of funny possibilities. I can even play bishop a8 here, e8 here. e8 to g6. It looks very funky, but don't have that opportunity too often. Yeah, now this should be a piece. The queen only has b6 and then c8 drops. Yeah, that was a nightmare game here. If whenever you get this clamp in the King's Indian, like d5, e4, f3, and black has no counterplay, very tough game. Okay, so let's go and fight here against Mr. Ace Point. Here we go. Oh, he's going for that one. The Dutch defense again. Okay, I'll go with the bishop g5 based line with knight c3, bishop g5. Okay, now here I will go to f4. This is good. Yeah, the knight on c3 is not perfectly right here, but I think white can still be quite happy with this position here. c5, okay. a6 is not so bad, but c5 I'm kind of skeptical about, because I don't know if you get that back. And I think I'm going to try to keep it. I mean, this is like some kind of reversed queen's gambit, whatever, where there's an f-pawn moved. So that's a question by Spyro La Torre. What's my favorite chess opening? Yeah, I like the ones where I'm directly winning, but those don't happen so often. I don't think I have a particularly favorite chess opening. I think what I really like a lot. Do I really go b4 here? It's a bit slow, huh? I like a lot. I like a lot. I like a lot the Ruy Lopez and the Nimzo Indian. Those are two openings that I absolutely think should be. Yeah, I mean they shouldn't be part of every chess player's repertoire, but this is the wrong way to phrase it. But it wouldn't hurt because they have such a huge variety of ideas and concepts. They are very, yeah, very. Oh no, I should do this first. They are very. Yeah, multifaceted. There are so many ideas there. Yeah, you cannot really say this is a typical whatever Nimzo position. There are some, but you get so many different pawn structures out of the Nimzo Indian, or the same with the Ruy Lopez. You have such a wide variety of ideas and concepts that you can play. This is always great, I think, and it also is really nice if you have this in your repertoire. The Nimzo or the Ruy Lopez, you can vary a lot within your opening. And you don't have to, if you want, if you have a particular issue with a certain line, let's say, you can just switch to some sub-variation and not go for an entirely new opening. You can switch within your opening. This is very nice. Yep, and Ace Point greeted me here, yeah. Yeah, I know him. We've been to a tournament together in about 2 years ago, so. Okay. So he went e5. I think Black's position is not so bad here. He's got some activity in the center. But still, I have a hard time to believe that this is compensation for a pawn. Oh, there's a question in the chat. If I switched lines in the Ruy Lopez, no. I don't play this Myslov variation. This is 3g6. I don't play it regularly, or I just wanted to have something else. This is what I meant. Yeah, if you play e5 also as Black, you have this. You don't have to play the same line all over again. You can play different lines. You can play the Berlin. You can play the Schliemann Gambit or whatever. There are so many things in the Ruy to explore. This is also why I liked a lot when Chess24 asked me last year to make that video series on the Ruy. This was a great fun project to go for. The idea of Queen c3 was to step out of the tempo that with d4. And now I'm going to push my pawns here. Yeah, I know, but I don't believe that this is so. I mean, d3 okay, but the c pawn is probably just doing a promotion. Someone asked about the Sunday match that I'm going to have with my team against Schöneck. Yes, we will fight for our lives in the second division in Germany, the second Bundesliga, Zweite Liga West for the German audience. Yeah, while talking about that, the c-pawn is promoting. I don't see how he stops it. Yeah, bishop b7, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that's a promotion. And it's a girl. Yeah, so let's get this. Oh, I overlooked this one. That's unpleasant. I mean, okay, I still can grab some pawns here. But I didn't see it beforehand, which I should have. How many pawns is that? It's quite a bit, right? 6. 3 pawns. Okay. Now my technique is not the best, but it's that many pawns I should convert, especially when we get queens traded. Yeah, okay, so ace point resigned. Yeah, good defense, but I think the opening, you cannot combine the c5 with f5, f5 with c5. That looked a bit too dicey. So, is there anybody in the chat requesting a game? Like, let's see. Oh, that's a good name. I'm going to accept that one. Playing Formkrise. Yeah, Formkrise. This is something that the English-speaking audience will probably be able to kind of guess what it means. Krise is crisis. Yeah, so maybe he feels like he's in a crisis there. Ah, there's a message in the chat by Action Homer. Or Homer, yeah, it's probably. Play me. Yeah, I will play you later. Yeah, but I have just accepted Formkrise here. Unless he's not going to make a move. I'm going to give him some time to get rolling. But it doesn't seem to be there. I give him a couple of more seconds. Then I'm going to play Action Homer. Action. Formkrise not there. Seems like it. Oh, it's got a hedgehog there. Not the hedgehog, right? That's the right word. Okay, it doesn't seem to be at his desk, so I'm going to see if I can play Action Homer there. Yep, and I cannot accept because this game is still on. I have to abort that. Okay. Okay, so let's see if you're in the chat. I'm going to accept. Okay. So Homer. Oh, he's pointing a gun at me. Yeah? Is that the case? That's not nice. Okay, so maybe jump some g6 business. Okay, so it looks like we get some King's Indian. I shouldn't pre-move here. That's silly. And now. Yeah, the hedgehog is one of the very few openings that is actually decent, that's named after an animal. Okay. So we've got a King's Indian. Yeah, I used to play c6. And Queen a5. Let's see what I can get going here. Queen a5 has a couple of ideas. It prepares e5. Sometimes you can even play Queen h5. Yeah. White's normal reply is not that one. It's usually is h3. So Queen h5, maybe. If I can get in Bishop g4, that would be a very annoying pin. Let's see, maybe I can get this going. Yeah, that's a good move, I guess. Okay, I don't want to just trade. Maybe I can get some more interesting play with this. Okay, so if I go g5 in this position, it's probably a little bit dicey, but looks interesting. He has to take now on g4, I guess. Well, otherwise, I'll probably win a piece. So bishop g4, knight g4, knight f3. It looks a bit risky, but well, I have to take here, right? Okay. And now probably back, even though, no, f3 might be possible. I can take e3 and h4. Oh, this one. Ah, good move. That's a good move, I think. At least I don't see anything great. Knight f6 he will trade, so I probably should take here. Huh. Wow. This is a good move. Take h4, h takes g, queen h6. It's got e4 even. Wow, it looks weird, huh? It looks weird. Yeah, pawn takes now is critical. Oh no, he takes with the queen. Yeah, pawn takes was more dangerous by far. This should be okay now, I believe. And now I like my structure. My pawn structure is very nice now. While he has this very very weak g4 pawn. Pawn takes was much more dangerous. Yeah, one thing that I wanted to mention also to all of you currently watching and being in the chat, I'll be online again next week. Currently we shoot for, I think it's 8, right? I think it's 8 in the evening. So yeah, European prime time, TV time, let's say. This is, I think, what we go for. So this will not be a one-off. There will be more shows like that. And currently we plan for that Wednesday. Did I say Monday? It's Wednesday, next Wednesday. Okay, how to get this pawn? I would like to get this pawn. Knight f6, he plays g5. It's not that easy. Yeah, I do this. I'll do this. It's very greedy, but I want that pawn. Okay, so knight here. Nah, not sure about 92. This also gives me the e4 square. Okay, so e5 huh? wins the pawn, and I want that. I should check the time. I'm hugely ahead on the clock. That's nice. Yeah, rook f5, that's knight g4, and that's the pawn. Okay, I don't think he can prevent this anyway, so I'm going to play rook d8 first. It's also that this pawn is, I mean, as much as I'd like to win it, it's not the only thing here. Knight to e4 can also be quite nice. The knight on e4 dominates white's position almost completely. I will see. But I can also now take g4 as e3 is so weak. Okay, wait. Yeah, I think I'll take it. King f3, there's knight h2, so I'm grabbing more material. I can pre-move knight f1. Now probably invasion time. Look at a2 and pin the knight. Yeah, Humor is trying to hang on here, but it's probably too late. Unless I'm blundering something away, which can always happen, of course. bishop is not having that many squares. Yeah, it's double on the second rank. There's no checkmate or anything. He barely has any squares left, but there's no checkmate. Okay, I will win on time. Yeah, time is an issue. Okay, so it seems that I didn't concede a single draw, right? That's a good session. Oops, that was a misclick. So let's see. What about the highest rated guys that are on here, so that I can get a proper beating? Mr. Beltane. So he's in FIDE Master here, 2-5-13. So maybe he can win. Okay, I'll stick with my usual guns. Okay. Yeah, the Italian game gets more popular nowadays. Okay, the old line here. Yeah, this is one of those lines. It's not particularly great, but it also is the kind of thing you forget all the time. Let's see. Yeah, what I remember is that this is decent. I have to return one of the knights and be content with being a pawn up. Yeah, it's not a very good line for white. You basically are pawn down, and your compensation mostly is about that the bishops are opposite colored, and you sometimes can escape into some ending that you don't lose, but it's not very attractive. Yeah, I'm sorry. There are not any ratings currently displayed. This is something that we will fix for next time. This is if you want to call it like that, mostly a test run in some regard. And this is good, so that you mention those things so we can fix them for next time. Now that I think of it, I don't think b6 was particularly great. Knight g5 is kind of dangerous. Nah. Knight g5 is dangerous, absolutely. He somehow doesn't play it. Yeah, now he does. Not good. I think I have to do this, which is not funny. Not fun to play. But g6 looked entirely wrong. Yeah, what is he going to do? Queen h3, I have h6. Yeah, g6 I didn't like. There was queen h3, and then I have to play h5, and I have this kind of what I usually call Swiss cheese formation. I have those, it's full of holes. Yeah, he's taking a long time here, Mr. Beltane or Beltane. That's very long. Wow, what are you doing here? You have to play. Rook to e1, okay. What now? I need to develop it somewhere. c4, bishop a6 might work. Wait. This is a knight on g5. Yep, I'm taking this one. Yeah, and Beltane resigned. Yeah, it's not that's not a really good opening line, to be honest. Here there are many ideas. Bishop, this is a good line. You can also play bishop f6, the old main line, but just more complicated. But this is really fine. Okay, so let's see. Anybody else in the chat who wants to play? I could play here. Mucker. Where is it? I have to accept. Where is that? Accept. Mucker. Mucker. I don't know. I can go this. I can go knight f3. And maybe g3. Let's stay within the knight f3 kind of territory. Okay, so we get a Tarrasch defense here. Take and a3 is my line, but people nowadays know that knight e4 is good. He didn't play it though, that's good. Ambitious pawn. Ambitious pawn wants to play me. Maybe right after this game. I have to see. Okay, so I think I'm doing this, protect everything. Maybe d4 now, huh? No, he didn't do that. Okay, I'm going to occupy this square now. It's too attractive not to do. Okay, now my e3. E3 you might just take, huh? Okay, well, that's not a big deal. Someone in the chat called ChessExplained. No, I cannot play against you because you're not a premium member. Otherwise, of course, you would be welcome. Okay, knight b3, he might sacrifice on e3, which is probably not... Nah, I don't want to think about that. I have a good control here anyway. And whenever I have a good control in the position, I don't feel so inclined to take or do something rash. Okay, here I'm intending to take e6, play queen g4, which would be really nice. Got some good pressure here. Okay, I'll still do that. Queen g4. Intending bishop e4 and knight e6. The bishop here, bishop on b2 is lining up on g7. Good defense. Why do they defend well? That's not really fair. Never thought that this is fair. Okay, maybe here. Just hope that my queen is not getting trapped somehow. It would be most embarrassing. Well, it's nothing. I don't have anything great here. What would be nice is if I can somehow move that knight with some tempo and then get bishop takes f6 then. It's not easy for him. One big issue of black's position is that the knight on a7 is a pretty awful piece. Yeah, this is a move that I thought is probably quite decent. He offers me a draw. No draws. No draws. I think I'll take him. I could have taken with the knight. That I was a bit more afraid of. And now let's put more pressure on e6. Tja, he cannot move his knight. It's a discovery, but e7 is just hanging. e5 is not playable. How does he cover e6? I don't see it. I don't see a move. Okay, here the bishop e6, this queen e6, so not right away. There's a question here. Do I have a GM norm? No, I don't. Never come. I mean, I've come remotely close to norms, but I wouldn't call it very, very close. Not strong enough. That looks good, no? Bishop on h7. Idea is knight e6, bishop f6, and mate. That looks winning. Yeah, I don't think he can prevent it. Okay, that's the immediate mate. Yeah, it was a tricky position out of the opening here for Mucker. That was a probably not really great. I think he should have played d4 here at one point. Like somewhere here. Where was that? Like there was one situation I think where he could have played d4. Okay, anyway, let's go for another game. Anybody in the chat? Ambitious pawn. Do we have ambitious pawn? Yeah, he wanted to play me as well. And this guy also. Okay, a couple of guys in the chat. So let's play Herson Sense. Probably not pronouncing this correctly. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the show. I'll be playing this game and one more, and then I'm calling it quits. d4. Well, he's in the chat, so he should be around. I'm waiting for a moment there. And if it doesn't work out, there are some others. Juan Peman. Tja, it's not around after all. Okay. Okay. So, d4. Juan Peman is rated around 2,200. So, okay, I'll go d5. Tja. The Benko Gambit is one of those openings that I don't really believe is great, but it's a very good practical weapon in blitz chess. And I sometimes just try to avoid it, because black's play is so simple. You always have those queenside ideas and can dash out a million moves quickly. While white is that pawn up and usually happy, but you still have to be very very precise with your play. Okay, take this. And okay, let's push e5. Maybe he takes and I get the nice c6 square. Yeah, he does. Oh, I'm getting here, right? This looks dangerous. e7. Your e7 pawn, Juan. Why are you so unfriendly to your e7 pawn? Giving it directly. Okay. So I need all the pieces here. How to do that? I would love to exchange this bishop here, the g7 bishop, bishop h6 maybe, but he can still move it away. Okay, now he cannot move it away. So bishop h6, I think. Oh, maybe he can take d6. Okay, he didn't. Okay, here I have knight f5, which looks dangerous. Okay, let's not be too quick about it. I can also push him back first. Now check. takes, queen g5 check looks very good. He probably has to move the king. Yeah, okay, I've got queen h8 now, queen h6 now. How to do this? And now the knight is not hanging yet. Huh, I don't see a win. This looks good though. Not sure if it wins. Knight takes. I was actually thinking rook takes, rook d6, rook f7. But it's not threatening mate. Oh. Rook g7. Yeah, why not? There's nothing really probably wrong about it. Queen g5 though. This is an annoying move. If he moves it, I can take c6, take d8. I'm on this rook. f6 maybe, is that still possible? Knight d8 takes the queen, rook. Knight d8 takes, rook e8 check. There's no checkmate. It's not fair. Okay, so I have to keep it. Yeah, I said right in the beginning of the stream that I will not be able to crush you all like Jan does, but currently it's a 100% score. After that game I will take one more challenge, just pick the highest rated player who's currently challenging me to see if we can if this run can be stopped. Yeah, new queen just coming. So let's see who's the highest rated challenger. Let's see if he can beat me. Yeah, here, Mr. Homer P. And this is also a guy in the chat, so I'm very happy to accept this challenge. So, got another Rui. Nope. The Italian game, this has really gone popular. Yeah, and that a4 moves all the rage nowadays. Huh. I already said that this is dangerous, so okay, I'm going to do it again. It's maybe a little bit different here with a4 and the knight on a3, but I still feel this is a dangerous business. Okay, bishop e3, I think I'm going on this. Yeah, okay, rook take, this is not ideal, but it's still quite dangerous. Rook on a7, I mean, I have to invest some time there with rook a8 and so on. And I cannot castle long, which is also not great, but I have the G file open already, so I feel pretty happy about this. Okay, d4. So if I play bishop here, what's the point? Let's see what happens. So he goes g3. Can I go back? Maybe just go back. I can take on f3. Queen takes. Tough. Knight takes, queen takes f6. I can take c4. That's a very strange line. I wonder if he takes. I mean, he will take on f3. If I have knight g4 takes on d6 and knight e5. But there's also this always this queen e3 stuff, which is kind of weird. I wonder if I can play knight e5, queen f6, queen h3. It's probably not working. If I go knight e5, queen f6, knight c4, he might have queen d4, queen h3. Yeah, I guess I have to. My rook on a7, this is really not good. Okay, queen f6. I think I'll take this. Queen d4, I have to go queen h3. Oh, this is actually not a draw. I was thinking queen d4, queen h3, queen a7, rook g3, but I'm not having a perpetual there. Okay, queen d4, knight e5, queen a7, queen h3. Okay, it didn't happen. Forget about it, it didn't happen. This is very important. Never think about stuff that could have happened. Only things that are about to happen in a game. It's a tremendous waste of time to think of what possibly was there. Doesn't really matter at all. That's a good move. Knight will come to f5. Okay. Okay, maybe go back. Knight f5, I can grab the exchange at least. And my time is down. Rook on a7 is fairly ridiculous, really. I don't like this position. It's very tough to play here for both sides. Okay, what am I doing if he plays something slow? Okay, he doesn't play something slow. Do I want to take this now? Yeah, probably I have to, almost. I mean, he doesn't have a big threat. Maybe f4. Okay, so h6 is hanging, and queen e6, there's knight g7, which would return the exchange. This is probably what I should do. I think I will do that. Queen d4 maybe. That knight on f5 is so immensely annoying. I have to give stuff back here. Yeah, very good game here by Homer P. Oh, that's a mouse slip. No, I'm going to take that. Oh my. Okay, that was very lucky. I think he had a good position there. I think he probably would have wanted to take on h6. Yeah, big mouse slip. To be honest, I don't even know how if you can allow a take back here. I wouldn't mind doing that. You probably can, but I don't really know how. Yeah, he wanted to take on h6, he says. Thanks. Yeah, a very good game here by Homer P, but he had this unlucky mouse slip. It happens. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little test stream. I certainly did. I think it was fun. Also, meet some of you in the chat. Was busy in the chat. Very nice. Okay, I think I will be on again next week on Wednesday in the evening hours. It will be announced a little bit on a longer notice than this time, which was mostly a test run. But I think it seemed to work fine technically. I didn't have any issue with CPU or anything, and it seems that technically everything went fine. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll be back next week. Bye bye.